I'm Randy and I make candy, and tonight I'm making keto Rocky Road bars. Stick around. Greetings, my confectionery compadres, and welcome to Randy Makes Candy, where I help you make tasty treats that people love to eat. A few weeks ago, I did an episode on Rocky Road bars. My brother commented, and I quote, "One of the few candy bars I miss since going keto." Well, tonight's episode is for my brother and the rest of our ketogenic compadres. The original recipe couldn't have been much easier. Cut a large marshmallow in half, dip it in chocolate, and throw some cashews on top. For this recipe, though, we're going to kick it up a notch and make our own sugar-free marshmallows. As always, I'd love to hear about your results if you decide to make your own keto Rocky Road bars, as well as suggestions for other recipes you'd like to see in future videos. To make the marshmallows, you'll need 2 tablespoons of unflavored gelatin powder, 1 cup of warm water, 1½ cups of non-sugar sweetener. I'm using monk fruit, but use what you like here. 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. For the chocolate coating, you'll need 2 packages of keto-friendly chocolate chips. I'm using Lily's Dark here. Some crushed cashews, and 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm actually using melting crystals, which are basically solidified flakes of oil. This will make your melted chocolate a little bit thinner and better suited for dipping. And I'm using cashews to stay as faithful as possible to the OG Rocky Road bar, even though cashews are not the most keto-friendly nuts. If you really want to keep the carbs low, you should consider almonds, pecans, walnuts, or macadamia nuts. You'll also need an 8x8 pan, some parchment, a saucepan, a whisk, a mixer, a spoon or spatula, a bowl, some custom-made dipping utensils, and a cutting board lined with silpat, parchment, or waxed paper. Okay, let's make some candy. Line an 8x8 pan with parchment, hit it with some cooking spray, and set it aside. Pour ½ cup of warm water into a mixing bowl. Add the gelatin. And give it a whisk. In a saucepan over medium-low heat, add 1/2 cup of water, sweetener, and sea salt. Stir it frequently until it's hot but not boiling. Once the sweetener dissolves, start checking for small bubbles on the bottom of the pan. When you start seeing the bubbles, remove the pan from the heat and stir in the vanilla extract. Pour it into the mixing bowl with the gelatin, whisking constantly. And continue mixing on high until it holds stiff peaks. Transfer the marshmallow mixture into the prepared pan. And refrigerate it for at least 8 hours. Remove the marshmallow from the pan, cut it into whatever size pieces you'd like, and let them sit uncovered for a few hours. I'll talk more about this in a bit. Temper your chocolate. Add 2 or 3 tablespoons of chocolate to the crushed cashews and mix it well. Dip a marshmallow in the chocolate, ensuring full coverage. place it on a lined cutting board, and spoon on some of the chocolate-covered cashews. Here's where I ran into a couple of problems. The first time around, I dipped the marshmallows immediately after cutting them. These marshmallows are very delicate when first cut, which required a more gentle touch than I was used to. Not a big deal. The other problem was the fact that my chocolate started to seize, which was a huge deal. As I stated in a previous video, melted chocolate will seize if it gets any water in it. This causes it to become a clumpy, unusable mess. The freshly cut marshmallows were, dare I say, moist, thus introducing water into the chocolates as they were dipped. So I let the remaining marshmallows sit uncovered on a rack to see if they developed a skin. My hope was that if they formed a skin, that would seal in any moisture and make the marshmallows a bit more resilient. Let's compare one that was left uncovered with one that was stored in a sealed container. Yep, the uncovered ones have formed a skin and seem much more resilient. Let's give them a dip. Oh yeah, problem solved. Repeat until you've made as many as you'd like. And that's it. Okay, let's give it a try. Slanchiva. That's not bad. The first hit I get is textural, the crunch and chew of the nuts and chocolate, contrasted with that light, airy fluffiness of the marshmallow. Flavor-wise, the chocolate really steals the show here. Lily's Dark is very dark indeed, which I like, but if you're not a fan of dark chocolate, definitely use milk chocolate here. The keto marshmallow isn't near as sweet as your typical marshmallow, and the monk fruit, unsurprisingly I suppose, has a slightly fruity aftertaste. These are good, but it probably won't surprise you to hear that I really do prefer the Rocky Road bars that we made a few weeks ago over these. On the other hand, Mrs. Randy Makes Candy isn't terribly fond of overly sweet things, and she said that she really likes these. So if you're trying to avoid carbs or just want something a little less sweet than our usual treats, you really ought to try these. If you enjoyed your time here in the Candy Kitchen, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you'll join me next time. The monk fruit, unsurprisingly I suppose, has a slidey fruit, slidey? No, it's not slidey. It has a slidey, again with the slidey.